अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। हीलिंग हिजामा क्लिनिक से मैं डॉक्टर अस्मा महमूद हूँ और दुबई में हमारे 7वें दिन में हमने कीटो मीटअप किया जिसके अंदर मुश्ताक साहब भी आए। श्रीलंका से बिलोंग करते हैं मुश्ताक साहब और वो कीटो हेल्थ कोच हैं और हमारे बहुत सारे यूएई में मुकीम कीटो वॉरियर्स जिन्होंने कीटो से वेट लूज़ किया था वो भी आए थे। तो आइए हम सबसे मिलते हैं। इस डिस्कशन के अंदर बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट सवाल पूछे गए जिसके ऊपर मैंने और मुश्ताक साहब हम दोनों ने सवालात के जवाब दिए। तो आइए देखते हैं ये कीटो मीटअप कैसा रहा।
Assalamu alaikum. So we are here in the Mamzar beach and we are holding a keto meetup with a handful of people over here.
Yep.
So please introduce yourselves.
Yep.
I'm Asma and I started keto since it's almost 1 month only.
Okay,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
totally new for me.
Yeah.
But she still lost weight.
Yeah.
In the first month you will lose
11 kgs.
That's in a month.
Yeah.
In a month. Okay. And our little hero.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
You only know that your dad's on keto, right?
Nice. Good.
Okay.
I'm Yusra and I've been on and off keto.
Okay.
So here's our start.
I'm Mushtaq. I've been doing keto close to 5 years now. And
Okay.
lost more than 50 kilos.
Oh.
Plus, reversed my diabetes, normalized my blood pressure,
Uh-huh.
and out of all prescribed medication at the moment.
Nice. That's good.
And he also does keto coaching. So anyone in Dubai can contact him.
Yeah.
He's a keto coach actually.
Okay.
My name is Fahad Mateen and I'm planning to start keto inshallah from today onwards.
Okay.
I'll be-
Best day to start keto. It will never come.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets inspired.
Yeah, I'm here to get
We are all here
inspiration.
for inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for inspiration, so inshallah.
Inshallah.
Start
Okay, you want to take my video also?
Of course.
Okay.
So my name is Zishan and
Okay.
I did keto 2 times.
Right.
I lost 22 kgs each time that I did it.
And then gained by yes, of course.
So that is me, Zishan Mahmood, and I live in Dubai and inshallah I will continue doing keto.
That is a determined keto warrior who does keto again and again. The
again.
persistence, yes. The persistence.
So lots of
speaks.
experience here.
Lot of experience. Anyone wishing for experience can contact Zishan.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Abdullah.
Okay.
I lost around 12 kgs in around 2 months.
12 kgs in around 2 months. Okay, good.
Yes, so basically I used to do ketosis and I also used to do water fasting in which I would go for maybe like 3 to 4 days, 72 hours approximately with no consumption of food. I would limit myself to water, black coffee and black tea and also perhaps like electrolytes to just get nutrients. And yes, consistently for 2 months I lost
12 kgs. So what is your actual weight? You started at?
I started at around 78 to 79
Okay.
and I dropped to around 66.
Okay. That's good progress.
Thank you.
Yeah, the question is, once you do keto, then why do you gain back the weight? And I think you mean to say, is there any way not to gain back the weight you lose?
Yeah.
So the thing is, it is actually you have a first-hand experience now with your weight. You had a weight which you lost by leaving up the bad carbs. You left the refined sugars, you left the white sugar, the wheat and all those bad carbohydrates. And once you take them back, now you are very certain it will come back because you gained that in the first place because of those carbs. Plus these carbs are not a thing, it is not a loss to not have them any time of the day. Because you see, they are nutritionally deficient. You are not gaining any vitamins, any minerals, there is no nutritional value in a bar of Magnum or in a slice of pizza as compared to the keto food, say for example avocado, or say for example raw fruits, even good carbohydrates. If you want to carb up, if you lose your weight on keto and you reach your target weight, and then you want a sustainable meal plan, you can take good carbohydrates, you can take milk in moderation, you can take your fruits in moderation, but the thing is the bad carbs, the ice creams, the waffles, the snacks, the pizzas, the burgers, the cones, the scones, all those things, those were not good in the first place, and that made you those made you fat in the first place. So any time of your life, if you are going to go back to that lifestyle, you are going to gain that weight back and gain the disease back. The thing with keto is, if you had the experience, you lost the weight, you controlled yourself for 1 month. Now you feel good, your joints are good, your activity level is good, your concentration is good. So I don't think you should have any incentive other than the taste part. And the thing is, if you keep on ketoing, you will find good ways to develop taste in the keto world or in the healthy world. Still, even if you don't want to do keto, say healthy food. There are plenty of tasty healthy foods. You can make your taste, you can develop your taste. Because in the first place, you got your taste developed by those things. That was not, you were not born with the taste for Magnum. You were not born with the taste for a bar of chocolate or for a glass of Starbucks coffee. That taste was developed with a lot of media, with a lot of influence outside. So if you try to, and that is good for you and for your kids and for your future generations. So if you try to and leave that and change your lifestyle, you are doing actually good for you and your generations to come. So my opinion about that is, and my sincere advice is, don't go back to bad carbs. If you want to go back to bad carbs, okay, once a month, that'll do. But more than that, really, it's of no use.
But
Because at the end
don't
of
you
the
think that it is more healthy to eat the bad carbs and then do lots of exercise? Like super duper exercise.
Yeah, I actually
That is much better,
I
right?
actually shared a research paper on that. Any exercise more than 1 hour per day is actually detrimental for health. It increases your chances of stroke. It increases your chances of heart health. I mean, doing a gym 3 hours a day, every day of the week is not good. The optimum level of exercise recommended is 20 minutes a day for 5 days a week, which can be increased to maximum 1 hour every day. Any more than an hour is detrimental to health. Not good. And any amount of extra exercise without good nutrition is really bad for the body, because you are starving the body and then you are actually putting on more problems for the body to do more exercise for like 3 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours. That will never buff you up, and that will never reduce your chances of stroke or heart attack or any other such thing. It's like extra starvation is not a good compensation for anything. So there is no easy way out. We need food. Food is a necessity for life. So it's not recommended to go on starving yourself.
So if a person goes on and off keto,
Yeah.
it can be very harmful.
Yes, of course.
Very, very harmful.
On and off keto means on off keto you are just eating junk.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. The good thing, if you want to be off keto, you can be on good carbs. Like you can eat fruits, you can eat vegetables, or you can like milk or dairy or any raw food. I mean, you don't have to go to the refined carbs or the processed carbs and the processed drinks. Those are the culprits for the health issues.
Okay.
What about rice and wheat after,
Rice and wheat are actually controversial because many people are, especially the keto world, is not pro rice. It is actually not pro grains. Any form of grains, be it millet, barley, rice, or any other grains, are thought to be bad in the keto world.
But if a person cannot leave rice, then what should he do?
Actually, there are many types of rice. The thing is, we eat the refined rice, the white rice. We need the
Yes,
white
we need
long
the-
grain rice. That is the problem. Actually, everything white is the problem. The brown rice, the black rice, the red rice, all of these three rices are the best rices and they are high in antioxidants. And the cultures of the world that consume the red rice, the black rice and the brown rice are disease free. Actually they are healthier. But the cultures of the world that consume biryanis in the form of long grain banaspati rice every day of the week, now those are the problems. Now they have a high risk of clogging arteries and heart disease and brain disease and all of those things. So the thing
So we
is,
need to leave rice. There's no way of.
you don't have to leave anything. You have to make healthier choices. In every case, you will have something very good, something better, something best, and similarly, you will have something bad, something worse, and the worst also. So the worst in the food chain is processed food and processed drinks and additives and chemicals. Avoid those and all the rest of the things. After achieving your target, you can play with all those things. You can see what you are compliant with. Even with the keto, not everyone is designed to have keto. There are genes for them. Actually, every person, there are people who have anti-vegetarian genes. Their body cannot digest vegetables. What will they do? They cannot follow a vegan lifestyle. They have to do a carnivore lifestyle. There are people who have genes which cannot digest meat. Now they have to be vegan. They have to be vegetarian. So it is not, the thing is not the grains are bad or the meat is bad or the milk is bad. The thing is, first of all, the man-made and the man-tempered stuff is bad. And secondly, whatever you eat in excess is bad. Salt in excess is bad, sugar in excess is bad, everything in excess is bad. And excess is defined by the requirement. Your requirement of sugar per day is 1 teaspoon, that's all. And FDA has recommended 9 teaspoons, which is actually a stretch. But even 9 teaspoons is actually much too less. A person today is consuming 33 teaspoons of, say, said carbohydrates per day. So that is quite a lot. Much more than even what is FDA recommended. WHO recommendations, all recommendations aside, even then it is more.
I will. The question she asked,
Yeah.
why you gain back? Right? Why you gain back is there is a thing called body set weight, right? So what happens? For example, a person is in 70, their weight is 70, so their body set weight is in 70. Then they lose weight for about 10 kgs. That means they come to 60. Right? When they come to 60, they think, okay, I lost 10 kgs, I can go back to the normal diet. When they go back to the normal diet, again the body goes back to the set weight at 70. So when you reduce to 60, you need to maintain on the same weight, keep going down. You have to keep your body set weight down, not going up. Even gaining weight, it doesn't, you don't 10 kilos in 2 months you gain. It's step by step it goes down. The same way the body set weight going down, also it goes little by little by little. Then when it's 60, you are there for about 2-3 years on 60, that means your body set weight is on 60. Right. Now you want to go back to 55, you go back to 55, you have to maintain there. If you maintain there, it is set. So when it is set, even you have little bit extra calories or you eat less, always the body tries to maintain the same weight. So this is what gains more. Most of the people, they lose weight and again they go back to the normal, again it goes up. So this is also known as yo-yo dieting.
This is also known as
Yo-yo dieting. You just
yo-yo
go
dieting.
up and come down, go up and come down, because you are not maintaining that one. That is the main thing. And rice is not harmful. Especially speaking about, I am from Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, most of the people, they used to eat 3 meals rice, right? And very little protein and no fat, little bit coconut oil or some coconut that. So it is a almost 85% carbohydrate diet. They were not diabetic. They were not overweight. It's not okay. They are farmers. No, that's not the exercise thing. But only thing is they didn't have sugar. There is no sugar in their diet. If they had tea, it is black tea without sugar, sometimes palm sugar. They have a jug, right? This one. So normally, when they have sweets when there's a festival or a wedding or a function.
And
So-
even in the everyday life, the processed food is none.
Not there.
Yeah.
So high carb diet is, you cannot say it's bad, right? Only thing is with the high carb diet, you bring the sugar up, then you become
Sugar is the main culprit.
sugar is the main carb.
Yeah.
So you become
And even in sugar, the processed food.
yeah.
The processed sugar.
Yeah, it's not everything sweet.
So maybe
is
we
not
can
bad.
take brown sugar or something.
Jaggery is much better. Molasses are much better because they are the more unprocessed, much better than sugar. Because sugar cane is not bad, but white sugar is poison. The process from sugar cane to molasses to jaggery to white sugar, something happens in between. It changes from something very good to something really bad. So this really bad, just skip the really bad part and just stick with the good part. You'll be safe.
Yep.
Because even a lot of people think, okay, fruits is high carb and fruits is not bad. If you are insulin resistant, then it's better to avoid fruits. But once in a while I am having fruits, I'm having dates, even I'm having red rice, sometimes I'm having roti. But I know where my standard is, I know where to maintain it. Right? So if I have high carb, maybe I do some intermittent fasting and get back to normal. And also, mostly I'm doing a one meal a day. Because
One meal a
it's,
day.
yeah, it's become convenient, and that's I don't lose weight on a one meal a day. Right?
It becomes convenient for you, but
Yeah.
not convenient for others.
Yeah.
Because everybody in my home does 1 meal a day, and we all do 3 meals a day. So it becomes very difficult for us.
So I'm used to that one
Yeah.
meal a day, so it's easy for me.
I do 1 meal a day and I have come
And some people do 1 meal every other day. That is like even.
Because the thing is, because that is the good thing, you're fatted after, you're not hungry, and you don't need to think about food,
Yeah.
Morning I leave home, evening I come back. And he's natural. He's 1 meal a day.
He's going on 1 meal a day.
He's a 1 meal a day.
Yeah, that's good.
He's natural.
He's a good kid.
Because on his condition also, because
Yeah.
he's not physically active and things like that. So 1 meal a day is keeping him in that place. Because we see some
Actually,
children.
I have noted that if I take 1 meal a day, if I have 2 or 3 meals a day someday, I feel lethargic. I feel so lazy.
Yeah.
I don't feel like getting up and doing anything. Even my brain, I cannot think straight. I have something like brain fog or something. I don't comply with eating every day. 3 meals is too much. Even 2 meals meals is okay, fine. But 3 meals is too much. 4 meals snacks, that's, I don't think, I mean, people cannot function like that.
Actually, they've been eating 3 meals, right? Even back home when I go in, our parents are still used to having breakfast, lunch, tea time, dinner.
Yeah.
They're so used to.
So that's four meals. There is a tea time, there is a dinner. And now they have added a late time midnight snack also. And now there is a brunch. Between the breakfast and the lunch, there is a brunch. So that makes it 6 meals a day. That's too much. That's too much. You don't have to do keto for life. You do keto for 3 months, you achieve your weight, or you start reducing, then you can do a carb up. As he said, you can do a maintenance weight. And you should be maintaining your weight with a healthy, adequate diet of fruits. I mean, fruits, you should not be skipping fruits for life. You need fruits. A healthy dose of fruits, 2 fruits per day is good. It's recommended. But it's not the case that you have like a whole box of mangoes every day, a 5 kilo mango every day. Plus, secondly, variety. You don't have to have a single fruit every day, bananas every day or mangoes every day. People usually try to concentrate on sweeter fruits. You have to have berries, you have to have bananas, you have to have citrus fruits. All of these are types of fruits and we need the variety of fruits. and we have to cycle those foods, especially in your carb up days. Once you do carb up, you have to cycle your carbs, carbohydrates as your requirement, as your body requirement. Carbs are not bad. The only culprit is processed carbs, refined carbs, the additives and the chemicals which are added to the carbs or any other food. So that's the problem, and that's what makes you fat and sick. Deficiency of vitamin D is associated with many problems. First of all, your nutrients are not going to get absorbed. All the good food, all the keto food, all the healthy food that you are eating, the organic food you are eating is not getting absorbed from your gut. That is a mega loss, first of all, because you are putting so much effort, so much energy, so much financial input into the thing, and your gut is not absorbing. That is like not having the food at all. So vitamin D, first of all, is good for absorption of calcium and other nutrients you need to. Secondly, you need vitamin D for your stress levels. People deficient in vitamin D are prone to having depressive disorders, anxiety disorders, psychosomatic disorders. All of these disorders again are associated with weight gain. So vitamin D, optimum vitamin D levels are associated with optimum the weight जो है ना, that should be optimum. That will only be optimum if your vitamin D levels are off. So vitamin D levels, and even Dr. Eric Berg, one of the three things, all of these people, William Davis, Eric Berg, these have these things in their protocols. Iodine supplementation, vitamin D supplementation, magnesium supplementation, all of these are electrolytes and vitamins. But deficiency of all these will stop your weight loss, it will halt your weight loss, and it will also cause you all other health problems like sickness and illness, depression, and stress and anxiety. So the carbohydrates are not the only weight gainers. Another weight gainer, especially in Dubai, is stress. As I have seen, many people actually are eating less than their daily requirement, but still they gain weight just because they are under lot of stress.
तो ये आपने देखा कि ये मंजर बीच के ऊपर दुबई में कितनी बेनिफिशियल टॉक रही कीटो के ऊपर। तो आइंदा मुलाकात होती है और देखते हैं कि आइंदा हम दुबई में कहाँ पे मिलते हैं। अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू।